Ever felt the rumble of a car that packs a little too much punch? Well, you're in for a wild ride as we rev up our engines and explore the world of vehicular powerhouses. I'm Kevin, your navigator on this thrilling journey, and today we're counting down the top 10 cars that have too much power. If you think cars are just about the wind in your hair and the open road, think again. Stick with me until the end, there's a surprising one waiting for you at number 2. Now let's hit the road and unveil the horsepower heroes that everyone's talking about. Number 10. McLaren 765 LT. The McLaren 765 LT is a super fast car that's great on the racetrack. It's called 765 LT because it's a special version of the 720s, and they share a lot of parts. The fast McLaren car has its engine in the middle, and it runs a strong V8 engine. The 765 LT sends power to the back wheels using a 7-speed automatic transmission. The McLaren zooms at 205 miles per hour. It goes 0 to 60 in just 2.7 seconds and dashes a quarter mile in 10 seconds flat. Yeah, you still owe me a 10-second car. Inside the car is simple. The Spider version can take its top off, but that adds some weight. You can control how you want to drift on the screen, and there's a special suspension system to help with turning corners. The car is a lightweight titanium exhaust, and even the wheels are made to be light. All these things make the McLaren 765 LT a great car for pure driving fun. Number 9. The Rivian R1T. Every year, a bunch of new pickup trucks get sold in the US. Even though there aren't many fully electric ones, the Rivian R1T stands out because it's the fastest. With a whopping 835 horsepower, this truck can zoom to 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds. At the front, there's a wide bar taking over the clean look, along with small oval headlights that give the R1T a unique style. The flush door handles keep the sides neat, and there's a similar light bar at the back too. Picture this. You're inside the Rivian R1T. It feels more like a fancy car than a pickup. The materials are top-notch and vegan-friendly. Even the headlining is made of recycled materials without losing quality. The cabin is full of cool colors. With 4-wheel drive and a motor on each wheel, it's great off-road. The truck can send the perfect amount of power to each wheel for maximum traction, getting out of those tricky spots. If you want a full-size pickup that's quick, fancy, and good off-road, the Rivian R1T might be just what you need. Number 8. Ferrari 812 Superfast. We're talking about powerful cars, and when it comes to high horsepower, the V12 Ferrari 812 Superfast is something special. The name says it all. The newest Ferrari 812 is part of a bunch of fancy Ferrari cars made for showing off, being stylish, and going super fast. It's got a powerful V12 engine that can give you between 789 and 812 horsepower, depending on the version. The car is perfect for classy events or relaxing weekends at the winery. Ferrari says their 812 supercar can zoom as fast as 211 miles per hour. It can speed up from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 2.9 seconds. To make things balanced, they put a gearbox on the rear axle. It's a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission that now shifts 30% faster. The power steering is electric now, and that lets Ferrari do some cool things with it. Whether you're a speed enthusiast or simply appreciate the artistry of fine automobiles, the Ferrari 812 Superfast is sure to leave an indelible mark on your automotive dreams. Number 7. Dodge Demon. In June 2019, Tim Koenigsegg, the head of FCA Passenger Cars, surprised the muscle world by announcing the discontinuation of the Demon. Now, all American muscle car enthusiasts have the legacy of the most powerful challenger ever. Let's talk about the Dodge Demon's cool specs. Starting with a massive 840 horsepower, it steals the spotlight. The Demon has some cool features. It comes with a trans brake for drag racing, the option to use 100 plus octane fuel, and an option for just the driver's seat. The Demon uses a liquid to air intercooler system, street legal drag radials, a drag specific suspension system, and strong brakes that can bring it from 60 miles per hour to a full stop in just 97 feet. Now, when it comes to speed, the Demon redefines Speed Demon. It set a record for 0 to 60 miles per hour acceleration at 2.1 seconds, hitting 30 miles per hour in just 1 second. In a quarter mile from a standstill, it can reach 140 miles and stop the timer at 9.65 seconds, leaving McLaren, Porsche, and Ferrari trailing behind at 9.8 seconds. As for the future, a more powerful challenger seems unlikely since Dodge retired the Demon after breaking power and speed records. Number 6. Tesla Model S Plaid. You might not think a 4-door car belongs on this list, but surprise. The Tesla Model S Plaid is here to impress. It's not just for zooming past supercars. You can bring the whole family along for the ride. The new Tesla Model S is making a comeback and it's better than before. Though here's a catch. It's only available in left-hand drive. But don't let that bother you too much, especially considering the impressive technology and driver assistance systems it offers. Opting for the Plaid version might seem like a flashy choice for some, but there's more to this flagship than just speed. Tesla still leads the way in interior tech, and the overall cabin quality has significantly improved. The speedy Model S Plaid has 3 electric motors that work together to make a whopping 1,020 peak horsepower. It can go as fast as 200 miles per hour, but Tesla put some limits on it and made it faster through online updates. So if you're ready to redefine your idea of what's possible on the road, hop into the driving seat of a Tesla S Plaid and experience the future of automotive power. Wow, we are halfway through. If you're enjoying this video, please do me a favor. Like and subscribe the video. Now, let's get back to the road. Number 5. The Koenigsegg Regera. The Koenigsegg Regera is super special when it comes to how it moves. It's got a fancy power setup with a twin-turbo 5.0-liter V8 engine at the back, working together with 3 electric motors. All this power adds up to a whopping 1,500 horsepower. What's cool is it doesn't have a regular transmission. Instead, it uses something called Koenigsegg's direct drive, sending all the power straight to the rear wheels. The car is mostly made from super strong materials like carbon fiber and Kevlar, just like other Koenigsegg cars. The Regera says it can go as fast as 251 miles per hour, but they put an electronic limiter on it. Koenigsegg can zoom from 0 to 62 in 2.8 seconds. To keep the car steady when it's going crazy fast, it has smart parts that move around, and the suspension system can be adjusted. So the Regera isn't just powerful, it's also high-tech to stay in control at top speeds. Number 4. Bugatti Chiron Super Sport. The Super Sport is one of the few types of Chirons, like the Per Sport, Sport, and regular Chiron. The Per Sport is all about the track, while the Super Sport is tweaked for an even faster top speed. This Super Sport can go up to 273 miles per hour with 1,600 horsepower and 1,180 pounds of torque. The car can go from 0 to 62 in just 2.4 seconds. To put it in perspective, the Super Sport has 4 times the cylinders and turbochargers of a Honda Civic EX, almost 9 times the horsepower, and it costs a jaw-dropping 150 times more. It's really hard to ignore the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport's fancy cost and how rare it is, but when you're in the moment, it gives such a happy feeling. The power bursts out and the big car roars down the road, making the driver and the car feel alive in every possible way. Number 3. Hennessey Venom F5. The Hennessee Venom F5 is a super duper fast American car that makes a crazy 1,817 horsepower and 1,193 pounds of torque with its twin turbo V8 engine. The car can go super fast, like 301 miles per hour. Hennessey thinks it can zoom from 0 to 186 miles per hour in less than 10 seconds, and from 0 to 249 miles per hour in about 20 seconds. Inside the driver is the main focus. There's a cool steering wheel made of carbon fiber and leather, paddle shifters that are made of aluminum, shiny aluminum pedals, and 2-digit displays to show all the important stuff. In the world of cars, the Hennessee Venom F5 isn't just powerful, it's a legend in the making. So if you ever find yourself in the driver's seat of the Venom F5, remember, you're not just driving a car, you're riding on the wings of automotive greatness. Number 2. Rimac Nevera. The 2023 Rimac Nevera is more than just really fast, it's a whole different kind of speedy. With its 120 kilowatt hour battery pack and 4 electric motors, it's the most powerful production car on the road right now. The Rimac Nevera is a super fast electric car that can zoom up to 256 miles per hour. It's got a whopping 1,914 horsepower and go from 0 to 100 miles per hour in just 3.1 seconds. But beyond the numbers, everything about this car is surprisingly low-key, and it's not just crazy fast, it's a darn comfortable place to be. Imagine this, all the inside parts are custom made from Nevera, using top-notch leather and carbon fiber. While you're driving, the Nevera handles the road and the track, sticking to it like glue. The computer-controlled suspension takes care of the bumps, and it even has a lift that works at all 4 corners, not just the front. This car goes beyond what you'd expect. One really impressive feature of the Rimac Nevera is its regenerative braking system. When you hit the brakes, it doesn't just slow the car down, it also converts some of that kinetic energy back into electricity, extending the car's range. It's a smart and eco-friendly touch in this high-performance machine. Number 1. Lotus Evija. Lotus has a cool new car called the Evija. It's not for sale yet, but you can order it. Some people may argue about that. Lotus says it's going to be the most powerful car ever made that you can buy. The Evija is all about pushing the limits of fancy car tech. Unlike many other cars that use a mix of gas and electricity, this one is all electric and charges up super fast. It looks like a speed demon too, taking inspiration from those race cars that dominate the racetrack. Picture butterfly doors and a big wing on the back. But what makes this car stand out is what's under the hood, or rather, under the sheet metal. It's got 4 electric motors cranking out nearly 2,000 horsepower, making it, according to Lotus, the most powerful production car on Earth. The car goes from 0 to 62 miles per hour in less than 3 seconds, and its top speed, which is controlled by electronics, is 218 miles per hour. And get this, they're only making 130 of them, and each one will cost you just over $2 million. These 10 cars are like speed demons with their minds of their own. Which one did you like the most? Now hold on tight, our journey doesn't end here. Now, if you thought these powerful rides were jaw-dropping, check out our next video, 10 cool cars that were a disaster. I'll see you over there. Drive safe and keep those engines roaring.